Let's talk about cheating, because what does young Hollywood do besides drugs and cheating? You've reached Exposing SMG. I'm Angela.
And I'm Alana.
And we run a celebrity news blog where we uncover celebrity secrets and give you the inside scoop.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. Today's topic is Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart's relationship. We used to have an ask box called Exposing SMG Ask, and on July 6, 2019, somebody asked a question that said, "Do you know anything about Barbara Palvin and Dylan Sprouse? I mean, they seem like an actual couple, but you never know." And to be honest, you never know when you're going to ask us something and what we're going to say. So I gave some tea about Barbara and Dylan. I wrote, aside from the fact that he cheated on his girlfriend with Barbara, no. And Dylan cheated on previous girlfriends, blah, 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 blah. And then I randomly said, as for Cole Sprouse, he's cheating on Lili too, which sucks because I love them together. Probably gonna break up soon. And that was on July 6, 2019. So when they broke up on July 22, 2019, or at least publicly broke up, everyone brought back that screenshot and everybody was freaking out. And I got a lot of hate from Cole stans, and everyone was like, oh my god, you're against Cole, blah, 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 blah. The funny part is that Riverdale gets a lot of hate for, cringy acting or weird storylines. To be honest, I'm a fan of all of the actors and actresses. I think they do a great job. The storyline, on the other hand, it's, so bad, you have to keep watching. I remember season 3 of Riverdale. That was Griffins and Gargoyles. I don't understand.
The king is dead.
So, let's go back to what I was saying. So I wrote a post about them on July 23, 2019, and I wrote, Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart breakup. Let's talk about cheating, because what does young Hollywood do besides drugs and cheating? I'm not saying they're on drugs, but I mean. So anyway, I didn't write about them again until a year later. And so in this video, we're going to talk about what tea I exposed in the other post, and we're going to talk about Lili Reinhart's interview after the breakup, their official breakup, because they are broken up now. But when I wrote the post back in August 11, 2020, I told you guys that they were broken up, and a lot of people had a mental breakdown, and they were like, no, they're not. They're still together. Here's her wearing his shirt. And ironically, what happened after that was on August 19, in an Instagram post, Cole shared a picture of Lili and he captioned it addressing the end of the relationship by saying, "Lili and I initially separated in January of this year, deciding to more permanently split in March." Now this seemed quite a bit calculated because the day before, Lili's magazine interview went public and she was talking about, feeling depressed because of a lack of love and basically addressing her breakup. And so she took to Twitter to deny that. And we're going to see that in typical Lili fashion as we discuss it in depth in this video. And she said that she would never speak about a breakup. And then that led Cole into posting that they are broken up. So it's a little bit shady. There's a lot of calculated stuff going on here. And that's what we're going to discuss in this video. So get ready. So we're going to do a quick relationship rundown. And I like to do that because if you're new here or if you don't know anything about Cole and Lili but you're interested in knowing tea about them, I don't want you to be confused. Cole and Lili have been close ever since 2016 because that's when they starred on Riverdale together. And if you guys don't know, Cole Sprouse, he's a child star. He started on Disney Channel for Sweet Life, Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. Lili, I think, is a fairly new actress. Riverdale's her big break if she did anything before that. But in 2017, they were rumored to be dating. And this started kind of in April 2017 because Cole started posting photos of Lili, but they never confirmed their relationship. And Cole's into photography or whatever, so he would always photograph Lili and just I don't know, make a cute little paragraph that was poetic. So fast forward to Comic-Con in July 2017, and they were both, a source reported that Lili was wearing Cole's jacket and that they were holding hands, kissing, and they were just they took cute photos as you can see here. And in August, Lili then posted a sweet birthday message for Cole, and she introduced him as the man who has showed me more beautiful places in this past year than I have ever seen in my whole life. That kind of gives you the idea that they're dating. But they don't want to confirm it. And this is, pay attention to this, because this is actually something that we're going to talk about. It's kind of relevant to their relationship, their breakup. It's this whole idea of celebrities not wanting to confirm when they're dating. It's usually done for two specific reasons, and it's either to raise suspicion and, make people more interested in the celebrity. Like, I'm not gonna confirm we're dating, but people are gonna talk about us a lot. And that's what's happening right now with that TikTok star, whatever her name is, Addison, and the other dude, I don't know, Beck.
Wait, no, that's not his name. Bryce.
Oh, that's Lon on the background. Noah Beck? That's who Addison's dating?
No, I think it's Bryce.
Oh, Bryce. Okay, Bryce. I mean, I don't. TikTok is like D-list. I like to say I talk about A-list. So celebrities, sometimes they don't like to tell you if they're dating because it raises suspicion. And this happens a lot with PR couples. Like, you'll see my favorite PRs to talk about, it's like Jelena, Justin and Selena, and Sean and Camilla. And the one main thing they did do in the beginning of their PR relationship, they did not confirm if they were dating. So Cole and Lili, I never heard they were PR. I don't believe that they were. I think that the show took it to their advantage that their two lead stars, on-screen lovers, were dating in real life. It was like, ooh, cool, like free promo on the side. But they refused to talk about the relationship status despite claiming each other publicly on social media. So imagine if you have your two faves just posting a bunch of things and like lovey-dovey captions and you're starting to ship them and all, but they're like, no, I'm not going to tell you our relationship status. So in November 2017, Cole spoke to People magazine about how he believed it was offensive and an invasion of privacy whenever fans wanted the on-screen couples together in real life. And I wrote that I found that statement very weird and tone-deaf because fans will always be fans. Of course, like, fans have to understand, you know, there are limits to things and you can't make your stars uncomfortable to, you know, massive scale. But if fans want two people to date because they support them on the show, then that just calls shipping people together. And it's a normal thing that happens to all celebrities. It only becomes an invasion of privacy if it bypasses those realms, but other than that, I don't really know how that's offensive. But whatever. If you guys have any thoughts on that, you know, let me know in the comment section. So later on in the interview, he was asked about Lili, and he said no comment. So let's fast forward to 2018, where it gets a little bit more interesting. And in January 2018, Lili and Cole took a vacation together in Hawaii, and they were all like lovey-dovey. And that same month, Lili had an interview with V Magazine, and similarly to Cole, she bounced around the confirmation of the relationship and went on a whole tangent about privacy. And, you know, she did make a couple of good points, but you can judge that. So she said, "People are just dying to know information about if I'm in a relationship or not. I understand the interest, but it's called a private life for a reason, and it's not something that I owe the world. People are going to say anything and everything. They're going to say that I love KJ. They're going to say that I love Cammy, and they're going to say that I love Cole. It's inevitable." Did I say that right? But I'm not at a point in my life where I'm ready to openly confirm, deny, or talk about a relationship that I'm in, because I think it's brutal to have a relationship in the spotlight where I can be scrutinized by anyone and everyone. Being in a relationship with someone, it's a relationship between those two people. And I feel like when you let enough people in, it's not about those two people anymore. It's about everyone.
Lili, how did it feel to kiss Cole?
Fantastic. How about that?
Feels good.
Feels great.
Yeah, feels real good.
Now, Lili's made some excellent points, and we're gonna get to the whole rambling about privacy later on in the video, but, you know, just, you know, follow the relationship timeline. Later on in March, the cast of Riverdale was seen at Paley Fest, where a fan asked them directly if they were dating, and Cole responded, no comment, once again.
Are you dating?
No comment.
And then April of that year, US Weekly published photos of them kissing in Paris, and they were all cuddly, and Cole was taking pictures of Lili, and they went on a romantic dinner later on. She was wearing a really cute red dress, and he was dressed in all black, beautiful. Just, both of them look so good. And in May 2018, the two debuted their red carpet look together at the Met Gala, which is a huge night for fashion. They looked gorgeous, and, you know, despite walking the carpet at the Met Gala together, Lili was still not willing to speak about her relationship. In July of 2018, she spoke to Harper's Bazaar, and she said, "I'm not okay talking about my relationship. I'm not going to tell you my love story. That's just not appropriate right now." It's like, Lili, hit the audience, why don't you? So in August, Lili posted another photo on Instagram of Cole in honor of his birthday, but her caption was, you know, lovey-dovey as opposed to her interviews, and she said, "It seems as if the world would still be a stranger to me, if not for you. I'm so thankful that our paths intertwined to form this beautiful adventure. Happy birthday, my love." Like, how are you gonna open up your soul on Instagram? But if somebody asks you if you and Cole are dating, you're gonna have a mental breakdown. So in September, Cole posted a picture of Lili for her birthday, and he said, "Both the birthday and the gift, my little muse, happy birthday, my love." He also posted another photo of them on Instagram and captioned it something about late night. So in October of 2018, they started mocking the fans' constant questions about their relationship on Instagram. And in November, it was reported that Cole spent the part of the holidays with Lili's family. You know, shows that they're in some sort of serious relationship, despite them not wanting to say anything. And then in December, Lili commented something funny on this Instagram post. The funny part is Miley Cyrus also replied. She says, "Mine does, don't give up." And it's like, fast forward to a couple of months later, Miley and Liam got a divorce. So now let's get into February 2019. This is where there's some sort of development in their relationship. So he has an interview, Cole, with GQ, and he spoke about Lili, and he said, "It's not something that we hide, or it's not something that we show off. It's just something that exists." Then Valentine's Day of 2019, they both posted for each other. And then in March, they attended Cole's movie premiere together. And then in May, they attended the Met Gala together for the second time in a row. Fast forward to July, and it's announced that they're, guess what, broken up. And everyone didn't believe this. Like, the majority of their fans, they didn't believe this because Cole and Lili quickly denied it. And like, they debuted their magazine shoot that they were starring in together, and then they made fun of the media, and they were like, "Oh, like, look at us. Everyone thinks they know everything, like sources." I mean, everybody was using it to say, like, you know, F your sources, you guys like know nothing. In general, to the media, to us, because, you know, we came out and we were like, well, according to one of our sources, you know, we heard that there was cheating going on, and like, she found out. We're gonna talk about that. I'm actually gonna tell you like why that happened. So this brings us to what I said in the beginning of the video, was that Cole has been cheating on Lili, and you know, that will eventually lead to a breakup. 2 weeks later, or less than 2 weeks later, they were announced to be broken up. I knew about the Cole and Lili alleged cheating for a very long time. But when I, you know, heard from one of my sources that it was actually getting like super bad and they are going to lead to a breakup, that's when I decided to answer that question. I feel like it was like rotting in the axe box. And I wrote, "For any Cole and Lili stans that are new to the industry and how it functions, when a source is reported in the mainstream media, it's often a legit source from either party's reps. So whether it's their publicist, their agent, or even them, it's someone from their circle, and it's not a random hobo on the street. They just can't invent lies necessarily. They'll twist the truth. Like, I can talk about this in a different video, or I don't know if I talked about it already in a post on my blog. Sources in the media, they could be sued. I mean, if I settle here and I gave a lot of misinformation, like, what's gonna stop anyone from suing me? Nobody. So here's what the source said when they first originally reported the breakup. An insider told people their friends didn't really expect them to last in the long run. At the end of the day, their personalities are very different and their lifestyles often clash. The blind item apparently said, Lili is comfortable with the spotlight, but Cole likes to keep things low-key. And the source said, things have felt super heavy in the relationship for a while, and it got to be too much. They're both very professional though, and trying to be as amicable and friendly as possible. And thankfully there was no massive blow up, but according to E! News, they said it was a very messy breakup. We agree with E! News because it was a messy breakup. Celebrities don't just like break up for no reason. When they say their work schedules, and I know that Cole and Lili cannot say that because their work schedules align. They are co-stars on a show. The source that originally told me that Cole is cheating on Lili is one of my friends, and when I sent her the article that came about Cole and Lili's breakup, she said that's pretty accurate in regards to the source that broke the news about their breakup. And, you know, one of my sources said that they did break up earlier in the summer. I told you guys, I found out that the tension was starting to heat up between the two, and I assumed that Lili found out about the cheating or something of that nature. The source that spoke to people said that things have felt super heavy in the relationship for a while and it got to be too much. And this is true according to my source because they were fighting a lot. Now, I'm not sure about what, but they were fighting a lot. And because they're on a popular show and they are dating on the show, a lot of their friends and people were suspicious of how this will affect their work life. The news came out that they broke up, and then the cast of Riverdale was at Comic-Con. This is where it gets interesting because I have a theory. I have a theory that the media was not supposed to find out about their breakup because usually breakups, they're announced by the publicist. So when you have this random source, I wonder who the snitch was. It wasn't our sources. They're very nice people. I feel like you do not announce a breakup publicly. It's not good for you guys. If you guys are, you know, co-stars on a show, you're doing promo that week, and you guys are lovers on the show, everyone ships you. So is it the smartest idea to go and announce that you're broken up? No. So I have a feeling that the news of their breakup was actually not supposed to be broadcasted that month or ever. Because then they have a photo shoot coming out together. We're gonna get to that right now, but I want to show you guys both Cole and Lili when they were at Comic-Con. I guess like the week after that breakup, because the cast of Riverdale, they had a public appearance there.
Be respectful.
He's not dead.
He's not
Dead, he's just taxidermied.
I hope at least like Tony is gonna.
And a body language expert weighed in on how she was acting. And she wrote, so you have Lili looking slightly downward while Cole is talking, that Lili isn't very present in the moment and looks like she's getting lost in her thoughts. And she says, in this photo, Lili has a subtle expression of sadness on her face while she's looking down. The zoned out look of her eyes suggests that her mind is in deep thought, with her arms crossed in a self-hug that provides comfort. In the next photo, the body language expert says that Lili is having an issue with giving the crowd a true smile. And as if on autopilot, she's giving a polite smile, not a genuine one, where the corners of her eyes crinkle and cheek muscles push up, showing the top teeth. And she says that Lili has her arms pulled tightly by her sides with her fingers interlaced in front of her chin, which is a self-protective gesture, and that you pull yourself into this type of way when you're anxious or uncomfortable. While Cole, on the other hand, is just, chilling. Cole is more used to the fame. He's used to dealing with interviewers, press. So Lili is more newer to the fame. So he definitely has, that experience. And then there's another one where it's described as Lili is looking at Cole, but she does, she has her hand over her mouth as if to be protecting herself from him. And that there was like a lot of tension there, as you guys can see in this photo. Let me know how you guys feel with the body language experts' thoughts on this, because I don't really often read about body language. So moving on, everyone was just like, they're not broken up, because Lili ended up posting a photo of them on Instagram, and she captioned it saying, please don't put me between these two ever again. And everybody was like, oh, I love the friendship goals. But I definitely think that this is definitely like more professionalism, considering that they are co-star. Here's where we come to the part where they deny the breakup. And Cole and Lili were explosive in how they denied this breakup. Because they not only denied it, but they debuted their V magazine shoot while they were at it. And this is what I was telling you guys, a couple of minutes ago. So first, Lili posted this tweet. She said, don't believe everything you read on the internet, kids. And news sources should try a little harder to be less vile. Reliable sources can kiss my ass. And a lot of Riverdale stans, they sent me this tweet because they were sending me hate because what I said on my Axe box was circling around the fandom. This is the entertainment industry, and all these sources are either the celebrity themselves or their team or their inner circle. So, fun fact, celebrities will often have agreements with the media in which the media will expose them, but the celebrity will know about it beforehand. What I mean by that is that the media and celebrity will be in agreement to avoid a lawsuit. So they can either reveal the lesser of the scandalous tea, and they'll just deny it. 3 days after their breakup was announced on July 25th, Cole and Lili both took to Instagram to deny their rumors by posting their photo shoot captioned with some, satirical approach to their breakup. Cole said, unprecedented, Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart consumed the flesh of reliable sources to fuel their this is weird, Baculanian sex cult. I'm sorry, I didn't major in English. And Lili posted the same photo saying, breaking, a reliable source has confirmed that none of you know shit. All their fans were right on them, like, whoa, yes, tell them. And I sent this to my source, right? Because I wanted to see, because, Lili and Cole got me there. I was like, why are they denying it with such emotion? And this is exactly what she said to me. By the way, this is July 2019. This is when everything was going on. And she said, I don't know if they got back together when they posted this because they broke up earlier in July, but that was a total PR move. The magazine shoot was already coming out. All the promo for Riverdale was finalized. They had to deny it. I think it was Cole's idea to be that bold about it, and Lili followed him in it, as she usually does. It's in his nature to be obnoxious and rather gaslighting in a way, but there are no reports of them getting back together right now, so I call total BS. It's always easy to play in the minds of the young fans and rebel against the media. People love that, and it fit the theme of their photo shoot in a way. And I was like, oof. Like, I also felt it was a total PR move, because why would somebody randomly leak that they were broken up? It just doesn't make sense to me, you know? Especially if I'm hearing for months that they're, you know, reportedly cheating going on. And, you know, maybe their fans are still young and haven't been following up with them in this this fake industry as much as, like, my audience has. But it's kind of obvious that this was a PR ploy. And their photo shoot was interesting. I feel like their photo shoot was ironic because it showed both of them in kind of like a doomed society. So I was like, it kind of is reflecting and mimicking the state of their relationship during that time. Dark, broken, damaged, sad. And in an interview in September 2019, that's when Lili confirmed that both her and Cole are together. She said this: "I think I'm leaning in towards a character for Halloween. I think I'm going to do it with my boyfriend Cole." She said, "I don't want to spoil it if it's not going to happen, but it's a TV duo." Suddenly, privacy did not matter. And I feel like she just wanted to say that so she can squash those breakup rumors. And in November, Lili was back to posting photos of her and Cole on Instagram. Now, I asked my source about this, about everything that was going on, and this is exactly what she said to me. "I reached out to blank, and apparently they did get back together for real this time and not to put an end to the breakup rumors. Blank said that they both wanted to make it work for the sake of the show and give it another try. Personally, it's going to go downhill again. I feel like it's always Lili trying to make it work. Meanwhile, it seems like Cole is interested in enjoying the fame again and being surrounded with pretty girls. He's always been a flirt at events, and like I told you a couple of months ago, he was cheating on her. Making it work for the sake of the show and all the press appearances they're going to be at isn't going to work. They'll break up again." And I received this message in September 2019, and guess what? They did. On May 25th, 2020, E! reported that they broke up again. Even then, fans remained in denial. Now, here's the tea. They were broken up far before May. When I first published this post about them back in August 2020, everyone was like, no, they're still together, they're just, you know, busy, blah, blah, blah. But the first red flag here should have been the fact that they quarantined separately. When E! first reported the news, their source said, "Lili and Cole were in a good place when Riverdale was shut down due to the coronavirus outbreak, but they isolated separately, and distance has never been a good thing for their relationship. When Cole and Lili are around each other often, things are very good. Their relationship is very intimate and affectionate, but things become much more complicated when they're apart." Why do things become complicated when they're apart, you may ask? Maybe because one half of the couple doesn't know how to remain faithful. And so you may be wondering, well, how do you know that they cheated? Or, well, I'm just telling you that that is what is reported back to me, and this is from what mutual sources and mutual people that have been at events have told me. And as time went on, I would be told the same thing. "Pretty sure he's cheating on Lili now," or "Word has it that Cole is cheating on Lili," or "I saw him getting this girl's contact info." It was always the same story that I was told, and the funny part is I would hear the same thing since 2017. I don't know, I feel like Cole hasn't really been faithful to Lili. And to him, Riverdale was his return to acting since he was a child star. And when the source told E! News that distance is never good for their relationship, I feel like that is a red flag. If you can't handle distance in your relationship, maybe you guys have deeper issues than what's on the surface. And I feel like that was the thing for Lili and Cole. They had the option to spend quarantine together, and they chose not to. And why? It kind of goes back to what my source said back in September 2019. They got back together for the sake of the show. And I feel like that was one thing that was kind of holding them together. It must be difficult to be recording with someone that you're broken up with. So from what I know, and from what I would assume as well, is that Cole would give Lili some pointers on how to deal with being a new celebrity since she is fairly new. But I feel like Cole has that controlling nature about him. And this is something that's actually seen in both him and his twin brother Dylan. They have always felt smarter than their fellow peers because they left the industry to go get a college degree at NYU. So I feel like there's that arrogance with them. I can totally see Cole controlling the narrative that both him and Lili put out in the media. We discussed a lot in this video about how both of them refused to confirm their relationship. And here is what I kept telling you in the beginning of the video. This is what we were going to talk about. I can see that Cole is the controlling narrative behind that, and that it was kind of his idea to insist on a private relationship, because that never made sense. How are you insisting on privacy yet posting their relationship on social media and teasing the fans? And I even wrote in the post, I said, maybe he didn't want to publicize the relationship so much so he can cheat in peace. Who knows? But it surely doesn't sit right with me that they were both so adamant on not confirming the relationship, yet posting things on social media for their millions of followers. And my opinion here is that it's something that Cole put Lili up to. I feel like if it was up to Lili, she would want it to be transparent with everyone and not put on this fake and nauseating charade of, well, it's my life, it's a private life, I can't tell you anything about it. And it's just like, okay, but then here you are posting on Instagram. It doesn't make sense. And from what I know about Lili is that she's kind of insecure when someone has done more than her or when she lacks in that experience. And this can go for whether she's in a relationship where her partner has experienced more than her or just in general, but it is an insecurity of hers. But at the same time, she is the type to just go with the flow because he knows better, and I feel like that is what she would think. And Cole, he talks a good game. Like when he's in the room, he makes you feel as you're talking to Einstein. But it's just because he's talking with some sort of sophistication to him. Meanwhile, he's not really saying anything worthwhile. And you know, that's kind of my opinion, because when I hear Cole talk, he'll just be using big words that don't make any sense. And it's kind of like when you're submitting an essay for school and you're using a bunch of synonyms to the words, but you have no idea what they mean. So I'm going to start wrapping up this video because it's getting very long and I feel Cole and Lili have kind of a confusing relationship and I want to make sure everybody understood what was going on. However, I'm going to link down below my post from August 11 because I delved more into detail there.
And after news of their breakup went public, Cole was on vacation with this actor and people believe that he stole this actor's girlfriend and he, like, I don't know, slept with her sister as well. And there's proof of them sharing clothes. So that's linked down below in the description box. You can read that post. And while all of this is going on, Lili is in an interview talking about how like depressed she is. This is not the first time that Lili has been open with her mental health struggles or just personal details in general. I'm just gonna show you guys what she said. So she spoke with Refinery 29, which is another magazine, and she said something very interesting. In typical Lili fashion, there was a lot of backlash from her on Twitter and she was like, stop taking my depression and me opening up making it about Cole. But what she's talking about is Cole, so I just don't understand what she was trying to do with that. But here's what she said from Refinery 29. She said, the last couple of months have probably been the most emotional few months of my entire life, and my therapist told me, your body's going through withdrawal from love. You're used to having this exchange of happy chemicals between you and the person that you're with. So she also said, in the same interview, in moments of my life, I have dropped every ounce of pride that I had to just be like, love me, please take the pain away for a day, a second, an hour, just so I can feel that fix again. It's obvious that she is referring to depression that she has felt because of her relationship, or at least that's what her therapist told her. So I feel like when you put that and compare it with what Cole was doing, which is just vacationing and like apparently like hooking up with all these random models, and this must not be good for Lili, I just feel like you can already get a vibe of their relationship or where they both stood in the relationship. Like, to my opinion, I feel like, and I know that Cole was kind of the more dominant person in the relationship that Lili had to like follow behind. So there you have it. That is the complete relationship timeline between Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some tea about them and what exactly went on between them. And at the same time, I hope that you benefited some knowledge about PR or marketing in the sense of when they pretended not to break up for the sake of the show. If you guys have any other questions, you can definitely comment down below or find me at exposingsmg.com. I'll link their post down below where I'm more detailed about this information. Check us out on Twitter at exposingsmg and at Instagram at exposingsmgblog. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tea. If you have any other celebrity couples or anything else in Hollywood that you would like us to discuss about, just comment down below. Until next time.